Hello everyone watching this, I am that darn tabaxi. Since I'm using Baron as my avatar, for now, maybe forever, I might as well talk about the movie he's from. Studio Ghibli's The Cat Returns. Now this isn't going to be like most reviews. I'm going to run through the movie plot as quick as I can, then go through each character's storylines to find out why this movie confused me. A lot. But first, since everyone's asking to, please hit the buttons that make every YouTuber happy. Thank you. Now on to the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it because my run through is going to be as short as possible, so I might miss some details. So quick. The main character is called Haru. She is a girl that doesn't know what she wants in life. After school one day, she saves a cat carrying a box from being hit by a truck. The cat reveals that he is a prince from the Cat Kingdom and is going to repay her for saving him. That night, his dad, the Cat King, voiced by Tim Curry, he's the only voice actor I cared about knowing, and yes, I watched the dub, because I like watching my movies and shows, not reading them. Anyway, the Cat King thanks her in person, and his assistant, which is a great design. If I was Asian, he'd be my avatar instead, tells Haru that they're going to shower her with gifts. The next day, Haru finds catnip in her pockets, mice in her locker, and other things that are wonderful for cats. One of the cats from before meets up with Haru and asks about the gifts, where she said she didn't like any of them. This is where he tells her that the Cat King liked her enough to try and marry her to his son, Prince Loon. Haru isn't exactly for this, and a disembodied voice tells her to find the Cat Bureau. She's also told to find a fat white cat to help lead her to it. She walks around looking for the cat and finds one that she begins to talk to. The cat seems disinterested, but when Haru is about to leave, the cat speaks and leads her through the city to a small area hidden behind buildings, as most movies like this have. The cat goes and sits in a seat and starts reading a newspaper. The sun sets, a whimsical light show happens, and then my avatar shows up. Baron Humbert von Gickingen, a statuette that comes to life at night, cause of reasons. A crow statue named Toto comes to life as well. Some banter happens between the characters, then some cats from the Cat Kingdom show up and whisk Haru away. After they make it to the Cat Kingdom, Haru is dropped into a small village on the outskirts of the kingdom where she meets a white cat that warns her to leave. Haru then goes to the castle where the Cat King tells her she's going to be the best daughter-in-law, and she begins to turn into a cat. While they get her ready for the wedding, the white cat, named Muda, goes to a spot with tables of food where he devours a whole table's worth. No one's stopping him, and he ends up in a giant catnip jelly punch thing. We then change to the wedding, where it's going to be conducted without Prince Loon, so he'd come home and find out he has a wife. We're treated to a few shows involving cats, and the Cat King gets annoyed with each show and starts to yell. That's when the Baron, in the cliche disguise you always see, he looks like tuxedo mask, but asks to dance with Haru, and he whispers to her that he's going to save her. The king catches on, and he tries to arrest Baron for kidnapping the future princess. A fight ensues, and we learn that Muda is from the Cat Kingdom and was a criminal named Ronaldo Moon and ate all the fish from the lake and then ran. Okay, the three run into the labyrinth that leads to a tower that is the exit, because they need to leave before midnight, because magic, or whatever. Or Haru will become a cat forever. So they begin the maze, and hijinks ensue for a bit. While in the maze, they find that the paths are being blocked with fake walls, and end up knocking down the cats that are controlling the fake walls, which somehow line up like dominoes, because in a maze you want a single path that take you right to the end. Angry, the Cat King starts running on top of the walls to stop them, followed by his servants. And for some reason he had the tower fitted with bombs, in case something like this happened. Anyway, the Cat King blows up the tower to stop Haru from leaving. And as he gloats, his son, Prince Loon, returns to ask what's going on. The Cat King tells him that he's going to get married to Haru because of reason, but Loon tells him that he's already picked someone to marry. And it's Yuki, the white cat from earlier. And it's revealed that she was a kitten Haru saved when she was a little with fish cakes. And Loon went to our world to get them to propose. So the Cat King, now determined to keep Haru, offers to marry him so he can shower her with luxurious things. She says no, of course, and this leads to a sword fight between the king and the baron. The king loses and then talks about retiring. Haru, now sad because she doesn't think she's going to get home now, but Prince Loon says all she has to do is get to the top of the tower to leave. The three make it and return to the human world, but end up in a free fall because Portal was in the sky. Toto shows up and Haru runs down the back of a flock of crows to the top of her school, where she says goodbye to Baron, Toto, and Muda. Haru then becomes confident in who she is, and the movie ends. Well, let's go through each character's storylines. Haru, her story is pretty straightforward. Girl has low confidence and goes on a fantastic adventure to find herself, leaving us to wonder if it's all real or in her head. Prince Loon. We don't get to see a lot of him, but his story also is pretty simple. He goes to get a gift for his girlfriend to propose, finds out his dad is doing something weird, and goes to confront him to stop him. He proposes, and happy ending. The Cat King. Ghibli really knows how to write villains. While the Cat King is the villain at first glance, you can see where he's not trying to be malicious. He wants to thank Haru in person, shower her with gifts for cats, but that's beside the point. He also wanted her to live in the lap of luxury in his castle. While he slowly went overboard and refused to have it any other way but his own, at the end, when the Baron knocks some sense into him, he finally realizes that he might need to retire. His storyline raises many questions though. Why wire the tower with explosives? But in the end, his intentions weren't meant to be evil, just misguided. Okay, here's the parts that confuse me. Muda, a random fat cat that is known as a major criminal in the Cat Kingdom. It comes out of nowhere, and his crime was he ate all the fish in the lake in one sitting. How'd he get the fish? Why did no one stop him? Why is his name Ronaldo Moon? Toto. Toto is a statue on a pillar in the middle of the place with the cat bureau that comes to life at night like Baron. Besides flying Baron around, he was there to save Haru at the end. He really was a side character. He's there, he has no real storyline, he has little impact to the story besides adding comedy relief with Muda and their banter, which is good. But Toto was just kind of there. Baron. Okay, Baron is the big one that I wanted to cover. His storyline was the basic hero. Haru comes to ask for help, and he just accepts and helps her with no real reason besides wanting to get to the Cat Kingdom. He risks his life for little reason. He was the most confusing character of the whole movie. He tells us he's a statuette made by a human, ended up in the place with the cat bureau. How he got there wasn't hinted at all. How the place works wasn't hinted at all. You only see him and Toto come to life. Why aren't there any other residents in this place? What does the cat bureau do? Is it for Cat Kingdom matters? Because it doesn't seem to connect to the Cat Kingdom, but they know about Baron. So what's the connection? Why does Baron have fresh food in his cupboards? If he's a statuette, why does he need food? And that's just a few questions this movie raises. Do all the cats know about the Cat Kingdom? Why can the cats from the Cat Kingdom walk bipedally and talk? How has no one noticed yet? How can the cats run in the sky to reach the portal? Magic can only answer so many questions before it's more hand-wavy than actual reasons. The Cat Returns is a good movie, if not confusing. I like movies that just throw you into a world and let you figure out with clues throughout the movie. This one leaves so many unanswered questions. And I have nothing but love for Studio Ghibli. I've watched a bunch of the movies, but this one is almost the one that left me the most confused how the world works. The number one on that list is Ponyo. That's a mess for another time. Thanks for watching. Like I said before, please hit those buttons that make every YouTuber happy and encourage me to make more videos. Till the next one.